What'd you say, Case?
Said, who's sending vampire heads to kill us?
Not me.
That is a question. Liar! Liar! The Spanish Inquisition.
Well, better than the Russian Inquisition, I suppose. Okay. Who would like to give a recap of last week?
I can do it, though it will not be as good as normal, but that's fine. All right. We were sleeping peacefully when our night's rest was interrupted by some would-be assassins. Worse yet, these turned out to be Vargueils, the deadlier cousin of Anduils, but their meat was not cured. They ended up giving Knave and Al more tongue than a dryad on an equinox. The rest of our night was dedicated to finding a way to prevent Al and Knave from getting too far ahead of themselves. The two accursed party members went to see that the Patriarch could help them, who referred them to a coroner. Meanwhile, Justice and I went to meet a Yara Greyhooves. Did I get that name right? Yara Greyhooves? Close to that. Yaressa Greyhooves, that's right. Who ended up being Justice's ne'er-do-well mother, but wanted to put the screws to us to get the potion we need to save one of our companions' lives. Real piece of work, that one. And that's where I got before I ran out. And so the last of because I don't have a clever line for their meeting with the coroner.
Come on, improv it, Bob.
Okay, yeah. All right. And then Al and Knave went to meet with this elven coroner, real cheery, chipper kind of elf, all sunshine and daisies. She told them she'd be happy to help, but it was going to take her a whole day and a night, a day and a night they didn't have. And that's where we left off.
Okay. Bob, get an inspiration.
Why, thank you.
Okay, so yeah. Bob and Grace went to see Eurus Greyhoof, found out it was Justice's mother, told him it was going to be 300 gold pieces for the potion that would cure one person. And those were family rates, according to her.
Mm-hmm.
With
Yeah.
300 that nobody had.
That's right.
And Al and Knave went to see coroner. That's not the thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one. Sorry, I am refreshing myself. Coroner Eloquin, who told them that, yeah, if they gave her a day, she'd be able likewise to save one of them. And yeah, so what's everybody doing?
Well, after we leave the coroner place, I figure the best place to meet up with everybody else is going to be the inn.
Oh yeah, Yvonne, after her mom ended up being a dead end, was like, I'm going back to sleep, and went back to the inn.
Okay.
Left Justice with her mom, if memory serves.
But I don't think she was there long, right? I thought she...
Immediately booked it as well because the conversation got awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Al, what are you doing?
Following Knave.
Okay.
The follower.
All right, so everybody heads back to the inn, where you see everybody's second favorite tiefling is at the inn with the Night's Watch. And you see outside the inn, you see them, what looks like a couple of halfling bodies covered up with blankets outside, and Bailiff Twig is taking a statement from Mildred. The rain has let up slightly, so not just standing out there in the rain. You guys all kind of approach at the same time. And the bailiff looks at Yvonne, he points at him, he's like, hey, what, you couldn't have mentioned this?
We have bigger fish to fry.
You have bigger fish to fry than being murdered by headless halflings.
Oh yeah, these two. Oh wait, are they there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, we had bigger fish to fry. These two are on a death sentence. They're on a clock. They got about 5 hours left to live, or else they're going to turn into those things. So, sorry to slip my mind.
Still, though, you could have said something. You know.
You're absolutely right. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
It's like, do you have any reason to believe that why they would have attacked you?
Well, best guess. We're asking questions, and no one likes that.
Who are you asking questions of? Starts
Well, I mean,
writing down. He's like, got a notepad.
Oh, we started with you. Remember yesterday we talked about you were going to help us
I mean,
find
he's
the information.
besides me.
Well, let's see. I guess this was our sequence of the day, and I'll just run through here are the places that we stopped and the people that we talked to.
Okay. It's like, all right. Don't leave town.
Yeah, we did get a threatening kind of vibe from Sheriff Bones, but that's a whole other conversation, I guess.
And he kind of gestures to one of the guys like, Bailiff, what are we gonna do with all these bodies? Like, people, like these are town folk. What are we gonna? Tell me, he's like, just bring them. Oh my God, bring them to the coroner. Just bring me to the house, the office, and we'll figure it out there. Somebody get the coroner. So one guy runs off, and the rest of the guys takes arms and legs and starts shuffling off into the darkness. Mildred sees you all, and she's like, I made some tea. If you'd like some. Or you can just bed, or
Yeah. Tea maybe after an hour and a half of sleep ought to do the trick.
Oh, okay. Well, you just let me know. I'm very sorry about the heads. Is this normal? I swear this never happens.
Oh, I can tell you, since is it just the 5 of us there now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, it's talking to Mildred, but also kind of informing Maeve and Eva and Al. We ran into Justice's mother, who was apparently Mrs. Greyhooves, and she wants 300 gold pieces for the potion that's going to cure one of you. And obviously, we are not carrying that kind of cash right now. So unless this tea is coming with 300 gold pieces, we're up a creek there.
You know, I would love to help you, but all of my money's tied into the
Stocks
inn.
and bonds.
Of course.
No, just the building and the. I'm not making as much money as I expected to, running a tavern.
Well, I'm curious.
I mean, if you had 300 gold pieces, we'd be able to tax it, right?
Not helpful.
if honestly, if we're looking to have not an easy time, but access to that kind of money this quick, we probably want to talk to Carter Dubois. But he's probably can wait an hour and a half so that we can get some sleep.
Dave, update them about the coroner lady.
Yeah, I'll recap everything that happened there. Basically, I'll take I'll actually take Yvonne aside and tell him. I mean, I'll tell everybody like the gist of it. That she needs time, but she can probably cast a spell. But I'll pull Yvonne aside and let him know that it's unlikely I will make it until she's ready. But that Al will, as long as we keep him in the sunlight all day.
Well, Nave, that's awfully self-sacrificial of you. Let's see if we can find a way that you both make it through the night, okay?
Well, let's see if we could come up with a way to barter with Justice's mother.
She's not going to budge an inch. I've seen her type before. It's a wonder she made the offer for 300 gold pieces at all, to be honest.
Do we have anything that it's worth 300 gold pieces?
If I was being real honest, I don't think you could ransom her daughter to her for 300 gold pieces. So, no.
Well, I got my paycheck I haven't cashed yet. How much we get paid? Is it like, like 300 gold pieces?
Well, Al, it's one, interrupting people's conversations. My goodness, Al, manners.
Oh, sorry.
But since you're speaking, let me see that writ.
Hand it over.
Okay, so how much is his back pay?
It is non-specific.
That is very interesting. See, Steve, now if this were a party of chaotic characters, it would be very easy just to forge this and make it say he was owed 300 gold pieces. However, yeah, well, Al, I know there's a bank in town, but they're not going to be open yet. Maybe you can take this there first light and see what kind of money you're coming into.
Yeah, okay. No one was really told him like how long he has to live, so he's just like, well, I'm cursed for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He doesn't feel very good. But...
No, that's fair. If we could, Mildred, just shot in the dark here, but there doesn't have to be like a glade where a unicorn calls home anywhere around here.
We are fresh out of unicorn glades.
Yeah, it was a long shot. All right.
Well, can't we just ask for money from the ATEC?
Yeah, I already put in a request. I'll pull out the W-2 form and see. I mean, it's only been like less than an hour, I think.
Well, I mean, we'll be fine then, right? They'll just
Due process sometimes takes quite a long time, you see, Al, because they have to go through, cross their T's, dot their I's, make sure that it's an appropriate request for the funds, make sure that it's coming from the appropriate account, and then to get it transferred to us sometimes takes a lot of time, and you don't have a lot of time.
like
before this conversation goes
hours?
too much further, I gotta get some sleep. I'll see you guys in an hour and a half. And he flies upstairs.
Okay.
Well, this is very likely my last night on Earth, so I'm not going to sleep.
What do you mean?
Oh, I didn't say that out loud. I'm just.
No.
I want to get the location of Justice's mother's house, and I'm going to hang out near there until dawn.
Okay.
Nice.
Al and Justice, what are you guys doing?
I'll probably go get some rest, I guess.
I'm left to my own devices.
Perfect.
Is
the
the
follower has to lead.
is the innkeeper still got the kitchen going? That's what I'm going to do for wrestling.
The kitchen is not going.
Hey, what was their name again, or his name? The innkeeper person.
Mildred Queen.
Mildred, thank you. I'll be like, hey, Mildred. Hey, Mildred.
Yes. How can I help you, sweetie?
You know those those butter rolls that you had.
Uh-huh.
Could you get me a few, maybe?
Right, she kind of gives you a look like she's annoyed, but then she smiles and says, "I'll see what I can do."
Oh, great. And then like, like maybe like some slice of ham like in between there, and like because that ham was really delicious. That honey ham, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good, so good.
Okay. I'll.
And if you have any leftover of that soup that you had, it's still cooked. If it's warm, if it's not, it's fine.
I'll warm you up some soup too.
Oh, so good. It really warmed my belly.
Would you like some tea, or is this Are you more of a?
Oh, tea? Yeah, that would be great. I'd
Oh,
love some tea.
Okay. Do you want
Like
anything?
peppermint? You have like peppermint tea?
I can do that. Sure.
Fantastic. Oh, you're the best.
Thank you, sweetie.
5-star review.
I mean, I feel like maybe I don't deserve a 5-star review since you did get bitten by a halfling on my premises, but
Oh, that wasn't your fault, though. Come on.
it's kind of my fault. I should.
No, of course not. I mean, you can't. The liability of these things. I mean, that's not.
Yeah, but
fault of
you're my
proprietor.
guest, and laws of hospitality state that you're my responsibility. I do feel guilty about it, and if there's
Well,
anything I can do to help, please
no
let me
skin
know.
off my back.
I mean, okay.
Well done.
Let me
Casey.
go see about that tea. And she kind of scuttles off.
I will occasionally, while I'm awake, before I crash back out, I will check the WT form to see if any response to the 2 members inflicted with Varguil curse need 300 gold pieces for potion response comes back.
Yeah, you have not gotten a response.
Okay.
To be fair, you didn't
Gotcha.
really expect one. It's very early in the morning.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
All right, so Al and Justice crash out for what little sleep they can get. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for a long rest due to shenanigans.
No.
But
Before I leave, I do want to put my scale mail back on, if that's okay.
Yes, totally fine. And then you lurk.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
I have an idea.
Okay. Okay. Since nobody else is doing anything interesting, we'll just skip over to Knave, who lurks until dawn at Miller's Well.
All right, I'm going to knock on her door.
Okay. Sun rises. You knock on the door. Are you doing what'd you say, Casey?
How much time has passed?
Yeah.
What time did I say it was last time?
We had made it 6 hours of the way through our rest.
So that was 3. So we'll say it was 4 o'clock.
Yeah, sure.
So another 2 hours have passed, we'll say.
Ouchies.
It is raining again. Casey
Well,
and
that's
Kyle
unfortunate.
lose another.
That's not sunlight.
There's still sunlight. It's just it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be bright, balmy sunlight. That being said,
wonderful.
if you're locked in your room all day, that might be a problem. But
Yeah.
So if there's open windows or whatever, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
it should
the
be all
sun's up, Steve. Once the sun's up, Yvonne will get up and make sure that Al is outside.
I'm going.
yeah, it looks like Al didn't go to sleep. He's got a couple of bowls and some plates and several cups. Mildred's actually at the table with him,
And then there was this one time.
She's like, "Oh, Yvonne, good morning. Would you like some
Good
tea?
morning.
I can make more."
That would be wonderful. Before, just a quick question before you go to do that do you know what time the bank opens?
A little after dawn, 2 hours after dawn, roughly.
Okay, perfect.
You can set your watch by it. Most people do.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll make some tea. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, great. More of that peppermint.
Yeah, peppermint.
Al, did you not sleep?
No, I wasn't really feeling good, but Mildred's cooking was making me feel better.
By the way, Al looks
Okay.
gross.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
His eye color is starting to get kind of yellowy, reddish. He's got little like crusty bits starting to like form around the edges. He's starting to. There's like a smell, you know.
I might need to take a sick day.
Yeah, Al, we're everything's on hold until we get you and Nate better. Don't worry about it. You take a sick day, but in the sun, okay?
Sun, I hate the sun.
Yeah, but you kind of need to be in the sun. Being in the sun. Oh well, I guess realizing that no one has spelled this out for Al, I'm going to take a few minutes to spell it out for Al. So Al, the curse that you're subjected to, going to
Vampire bastard.
deteriorate you over the course of probably the next 5 to 8 hours, and then your head's going to pop up and you're going to become one of them. So if you're in the sunlight, it will stall that out a little bit. And we want you in the sunlight as much as possible today, okay?
Yes. Wait a minute. I'm gonna.
You remember the things that
Like
attacked you?
2 hours?
Yeah, like in the 5 to 8, I would guess, range.
Oh shoot.
So, sunlight.
Mother.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Right your mother, but in the sunlight, Al.
Oh, in the sunlight. Okay.
Yeah, it's raining a little bit, but stay out there, it's fine.
Okay. Yvonne?
Yeah,
Can you help me write my mother?
sure, Al. I can do that for you.
I'm not really that great with words.
But we're also gonna write this letter in front of the bank, okay?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Great. You got some paper to write on besides your paycheck?
Yvonne?
Yeah, I got some paper for you. Hold on.
Okay.
Nope. Ignore that.
1d4.
ATEC rolls 1d4. All right. Yeah. So we meander over toward the bank, and Yvonne helps Al do a thing that Yvonne has no experience doing.
Okay. Justice, what are you doing? Are you sleeping in or you waking up?
No,
Like,
it's
fuck these
inappropriate
guys.
to sleep in when there are such important things going on. So I am awake and caffeinating for a busy day,
All right.
but I don't think I'm awake enough to be very functional.
Fair enough. All right, Nave. Dawn comes up. So you say you're knocking on the door. Are you like polite knocking, or are you like hammering?
Oh, polite knocking.
Polite knocking. All right. It takes a couple of minutes, but the door opens and you see Yarissa Greyhoof. Hold on a second. There she is. She opens the door and looks you up and down. Yeah?
I understand. My compatriots came by and spoke to you in the wee hours of the night.
Oh, you're one of Justice's friends.
Yes,
Yeah, you look like hell, honey.
I do. And I know you're asking price for the cure, and I think I can offer you something that might be rarer than 300 gold pieces.
Okay, come on in.
All right.
She leads you
One
inside.
night with Nave.
Oh, it's got spicy.
I am lawful neutral.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be good for the money.
That's right.
All right, so she steps around behind her counter full of gewgaws and doodads, and she leans on it and puts her hands on it. She says, "All right, sweetie. So, what do you got?"
Well, what I can offer you is some vials of werewolf blood.
All right, I'm interested. Where will we be getting this werewolf blood?
Knows a guy.
I know somebody.
Okay, so when can I expect to get this werewolf blood?
How soon do you want it?
When you, I mean, you give me the blood, I'll give you the potion.
All right, I will go ahead and bonus action transform.
Nice.
All right, so you transform into a werewolf. She doesn't seem as taken aback as maybe you were expecting her to. She's kind of like, all right, yeah. So,
And I'll
blood.
just like, I'll offer my my wrist up for her to start taking it.
She goes, all right, first things first. And she reaches under her thing and she pulls out a small silver dagger.
Hmm.
She's like, palm.
I'll hand it to her.
All right. She puts the silver on your palm, like flat. Do you have any sort of vulnerabilities to silver?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
I might just Google it. That might be easier.
Googling the stuff. Googling the stuff. It's gonna jam out while people are Googling.
Blood curse. Fun. Oh, there it is. Order for the lichen, huh?
Yeah.
Order of the lichen. Ba, 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 ba. Order of the lichen. Heightened senses.
Order of Lichen is a proud group of blood hunters who undergo the taming, the ceremonial infliction of lycanthropy by a senior member of the order, for those who do not already carry the curse before seeking this path. Huh.
Okay, so you are a
So
werewolf.
yeah, so it does say you have resilient hide, which is resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks, not made with silver weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
So
I would
yes.
imagine yes that
Okay.
silver is going to.
All right, so she puts it, and you like, she doesn't cut you with it, but she like puts it on your hand, but you definitely like, you're like, ugh, like there's just the touch of it feels, ugh. And she's like, all right, well, it looks like you're the real deal, honey. And she pulls out 2 vials. 2 vials for 1. That's the price.
I accept.
All right. Well, okie doke. Well, I'm kind of an old-fashioned sort of girl, so, and she just cuts your palm open,
Yeah.
like make a fist, pump it into
Yeah,
the jar.
I'll do it.
This is like 3 or 4 campaigns now where we've used a werewolf blood
We've got a
vial.
theme.
Love it.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, this is the 3rd campaign.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Kyle, lose a hit die.
There.
As you
Fair.
pump werewolf blood into 2 mason jars. Yeah, you feel like by the time you're done, you're like, it's also not pleasant because you keep like, your body starts to heal it up, and she's like, no. She gets in there with the knife and pokes you a couple more times, and
Ugh,
Is
gross.
it doing damage to me as well?
no, that's the hit die. It's just,
The hit
Oh,
die.
okay, just hit die. Okay.
Yeah. and you feel,
I was prepared to take both.
Hmm.
no, we'll just say it's a hit die. And She tosses you a bandage when she's done, and she kind of like looks at the jars and she's like, "Ooh, mm-hmm." Well, and she reaches under the counter and puts a potion in a dirty bottle on the counter. Like, don't mind the dirt on the outside. It's aged.
I will go back to my human form. And thank her, grab the bottle, and be on my way.
Oh, sweetie, are you single?
I'm married to my work.
Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah, ring if you're around.
I just may.
And that's how Nave became Justice's daddy.
Oh no.
Stepdaddy Knave.
Yep,
All the family now.
he's a real beast.
All right.
I will drink the potion as soon as I walk out of her house.
Okay. It tastes great, actually. Tastes very good. You're not sure about the sediment that's floating around at the bottom, but you are
I'll drink that too.
okay. You are cured of a Varguli curse. Varguli.
Andui, Vargui, that's right.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
you are cured. It was the real deal.
Do you instantly get your charisma hit things back or no?
Yeah, I think the charisma comes
I
back.
think it comes back. We'll just say it comes
Yeah,
back.
because your points, yeah.
All right, back to 9.
Beautiful.
Look at
Now we-
now right now.
Now we try not to wait out the clock on Al, and we're practically back to functional.
Yeah, doing so undoes the changes made by the target by the curse. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
you feel significantly better. You didn't realize how tense your neck was. So, Al,
Is the like wound like obviously healed as well, or is
Yeah.
it still kind of like okay?
no, you're
Yeah,
feeling
your
really good.
eyes aren't turning bad colors anymore. All of the stuff is back to normal, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, so Al and Yvonne are sitting in front of the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You actually pass by Nave. You see Nave. You actually see. So the bank is also in Miller's Square, or Miller's Well, and you see Nave walk out of the magic item shop, pop open a potion, chug it.
Yvonne cocks his head.
I'm assuming I see them as well.
Probably
Yeah.
after you're done drinking your potion.
I will
It's an eyebrow raised.
And just
I will walk over there and again pull Yvonne aside.
Okay. So gotta tell you, how'd you pull that? No, Al, no. Mother is M. It's an M. It's fine. We'll come back to it. But you keep working on that. Get those feelings out, and I'll come back in a second. And I fly over to Nave. All right. So what's the deal? How'd you swing that one? Because that's a tricky hinge.
I like flex. I wish I could either talk through my phone with the camera or the better mic. But anyways, I will like flex my hand with the bandage on it and just say some things are rarer than gold pieces.
Yep. I think the circumstances were justified, but is your order going to be okay with the possible transmission of extra, uncontrolled, not ritually tamed lycanthropy?
Well, of the two options, it was either uncontrolled head popping or
Oh no! By all means. I mean, you do what you got to do. I'm glad to have you. I'd hate to lose you in such a gruesome and horrific way. I was hoping we would come up with another solution, but you know, if one person turned into a lycanthrope for one person staying alive, that seems a fair trade.
any lycanthrope that is turned by my blood, I will deal with personally.
Oh well, you know, we'll help you if we can. It's still part of the job. Here, come here. You might be able to help me with something. Knave, Al's gonna help you write that letter to your mother. I'm gonna go check on Justice. And I pushed the job of writing Al's mother off onto Knave because the joys of authority.
Delegation.
Are you actually looking for justice, or are you just escaping responsibilities?
No. I'm looking for justice. Actually.
Why not both?
Why not?
Yeah, ¿por qué no los dos? That's Faye.
Is Faye Spanish
Where are
now?
you looking?
Faye Spanish. I guess I'd start looking at the inn because we're not far from there.
That's where she is.
Oh, that's easy.
Very frantically shining her horns and fixing her hair and all of the other things that her mom makes jabs at when she sees her, because she needs to look her best for brunch. So
That's
she doesn't
right.
Get the niggling from the mom.
Okay.
So shortly after Yvonne leaves, you hear the door of the bank unlock.
Time to get out that money.
Gonna get that money.
I gestured to Nave to we should go inside.
He should go inside. You should stay outside.
Besides the writ is in my name. I gotta go inside.
Oh, Nave, by the way, you see Al, and Al looks awful. Like like I said, like his eyes are changing color, and like crust is starting to gather around the outside of it. And you can't swear to this, but it almost like there's like a crease is starting to form around like the bottom of the
So
neck.
gross.
Okay. I'm like, come on, Nave. Is Kyle there?
Nope, he left.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
Responding.
Yeah.
I just zoned out for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I forgot I was supposed to help you with the paperwork thing.
Yeah. Well, the bank's open, so we gotta get my paycheck filled so we can get that 300 gold.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Okay. I queue.
Okay, well you're the first ones there. The door just opened.
Yeah.
You were there
Walk
before.
right in there.
You walk right in, and you see there's a velvet rope queue line that's like switchbacks up to the one teller window.
I do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
As you do.
And sitting at the window is this fine gentleman.
Oh. Is it a Modron?
It's a Modron.
Fun.
I'm
So-
curious.
Oops. So, Casey, you know that the Bankers Guild of Andonin
Mhm.
is made up of Modrons.
Right. That's right. Oh, this is not a new thing for me. Okay.
So this is not a new thing for you. Actually, it's probably not a new thing for anybody. For the players, it's new. For the characters, it's probably not. All of the people in the Bankers Guild are Modrons. They were intentionally summoned by the guilds of Andonin because nobody trusted anybody else to run a bank. So they summoned extraplanar, lawful neutral, anal retentive beings to do the
Respect.
banking.
I love that.
No bank is as safe as a Modron bank. They take their job very seriously. There is no corruption inside the bank. Entirely trustworthy. That's not to say that things don't happen. Things definitely happen. You guys know, but usually it's not the Modron's fault. It's usually somebody games the system, and then the Modrons fix it, or sometimes just shit happens, and it's. But overall, very trustworthy group of people. These Modrons, they literally have no choice. So yeah, this round Modron with looks like he has a bolted-on monocle.
What's the correct form of a dress of a Modron?
It's usually you just say hello. Like people just usually. Most people just. And that's a really good question. The answer is nobody really knows, because the Modrons don't socialize. Like they don't get invited to events. They don't host events. People don't like, oh, it's my Modron buddy. How are you? That doesn't happen. They're just entirely insular. Like they don't.
Gotcha.
They stand apart. The only time they get involved in things is if people try to muscle in on their power, like in Andanen, in which case usually they flex in the way of legal letters. They don't send guys to break your legs. They send lawyers with pens.
Gotcha. Okay.
This
So
guy
I
has
walked
but this one he has a name tag. It says hello. My name is Hello.
Hello.
You do know that a lot of Modrons, especially the
Hello?
ones that work the front windows, pick names that are friendly in order to make people feel welcome in the bank. So you know, like you've met a guy named Puppy. You've met at least 3 or 4 different hellos. You know they're different because they're different shapes.
Gotcha.
You met a Daisy. You also met Klaggar, the destroyer of nations. You feel like he maybe got lost. He didn't quite understand the mission. But this guy says, hello, my name is Hello.
That's kind of like my mom's former landlord, whose chosen name was Harry Wang.
We went to high school with a guy named Woody Deck.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate. Harry Wang.
Yeah. So I go, hello, 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 hello. Oh, here is my writ that I need to be paid. And I hand over my piece of paper. And I go, I don't know how much it's worth, but I was told.
He folds it and he puts it in his mouth and like.
Whoa, that could be good.
Would you like this in cash or credit?
Cash, please, or coin, I guess.
I'm sorry, we do not have the appropriate amount of coin.
Well, how much would it be?
Please state the denomination.
Gold pieces.
125,364 gold pieces.
Is it? Is there an error somewhere?
He
sure about that?
he actually he has this mechanical eye and it slowly lowers halfway down.
I mean, not from you. I mean, from the people that did the paperwork. Could there?
It slowly raises back up. If you would like to fill out a form, we can investigate.
I look at Nave.
Just credit is fine.
Oh, maybe we can take out a portion of it. We need 300 gold pieces for now, and maybe a credit to the rest of it.
A line of credit will be opened in your name.
Oh, thank you.
300 gold pieces. This is doable.
Can't you just deposit that?
Well, that's with a credit.
Or is that what you just did? I guess that's what you just did. Okay. That's funny.
Okay.
All right, he's 1 moment, please. And he hops down, and you he was on a stool, and he hops down.
And I look to Nave, and I'm like, are you guys all this rich?
I
Wait,
love
was
that.
the paycheck that you received from our commission?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, it was the paycheck from his former work as a guard in Andanen, I believe.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it looks like you had some significant back pay from your guard work.
I don't know about that.
Were you injured on the job?
I mean, bumps and scrapes.
Perhaps this is an
Got
issue
bit.
that we can look into at a future time. I
Okay.
would not spend too much of that money quite yet.
I mean, 300 is a lot. I don't even know how much 100.
300 is a lot. Damn it.
Why don't you take good care of that 300 gold pieces?
Well, what's why we're gonna go buy that potion, right?
I love that the resolution of this campaign could just be Al buys the town.
I have already made a deal for the potion. You hold on to your 300 gold pieces.
What do you mean you made a deal for the potion? We were gonna buy it.
Yes, I did not realize that you had this kind of money, Al.
Me either.
I see you in a much different light now.
Well, it
Well,
is dark in here. I mean, do you want me to step
let's-
outside?
Let's get you back. Let's get you back in direct sunlight and
Okay.
meet up with the others.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So the hello comes back with a box. He
Yeah.
jumps back on the stool and places it and pushes it forward. As requested, 300 gold pieces. Will there be any further requests?
No, thank you. You've been really great. Hello.
Thank you.
5
Please-
stars.
I do not require celestial bodies at this time. Thank you for choosing the Bank of Andanin.
Like, really
Have a
don't
satisfactory day.
Goodbye, hello.
Hello.
We walk out with a pep in our step. Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Got a box of 300 gold pieces.
It jingles. It's a very nice box too. It's not like a cardboard
Yeah.
box. It's not like he found a Costco box and like threw the money in. This is like a nice wooden box with the Bank of
Yeah.
Andanin seal, embossed or not embossed, but it like, there's like a silver sigil in the box lid.
I don't know. What am I going to do with all this money, Knave?
I think it would be appropriate to
You know what we
let
should
the
do? We
introvert
should find the
know how much you
finest
appreciated
restaurant.
the
I just,
last
like,
night's
talk
meal.
over- just talk over. We just find the finest restaurant and have like the best meal that they have. I'll treat everybody. Does that sound cool?
Fantastic.
Wait,
We still. Yeah, I'm not there.
what's the finest restaurant here? Maybe we can ask Mildred.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so Yvonne and you find Justice getting very fastidiously preparing for the day.
Mm-hmm. So, hot date?
Shut up.
Says Bobby to Grace.
You have something you need to be doing right now, other than
You already know about our plans. We have brunch plans. Why aren't you getting ready?
Are you kidding me right now? We've still got to figure out how to resolve Al's and Knave's. Oh, not Knave. Knave took care of it. Anyway, we
Oh,
still
Nave's
gotta resolve-
better?
Yeah, he made a deal with your mom. We're not going to talk about it right now.
I knew she'd help us out.
Yeah, she didn't.
She always has it in her heart to find a way.
Yeah. Well,
So it would be really rude for us to back out on brunch plans now, especially.
we still have to
So-
take care of Al. Priorities.
You hear
Okay.
like a tentative, like a knock on your door.
Okay. I'll go open
It's Mildred. She said, "Sorry, hi. I don't mean to interrupt. This came for you."
it. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate it.
She.
I'll look over the envelope.
It's a calling card from the Baroness, saying that she expects your company at noon.
Well, looks like brunch is gonna have to wait. Sorry.
Brunch plans were at 10, though. Right?
Right. But again, we
This
still
time.
have Al's
We
curse.
can make a show. We can make a showing. We can make an appearance at least. What's our plan for Al anyway?
Well, it sounds like they made some sort of deal or arrangement with some coroner in town. I don't mean the dead, he's gonna die, kind of. I mean, maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get to it too. But yeah, it looks like they've got that covered. So I think we're set for that. But we need to make sure we keep Al in direct sunlight.
That's easy.
It would be. I would not put it past the boy to be going off to find a meal or going to brunch inside some building where he wouldn't be in direct sunlight and get
He's
him
with Nave.
killed.
He's with Nave. He'll be fine. So Nave can look out for Al, and we can still make brunch plans.
I'd still feel a little bit safer if we had everyone together.
Well, they can come to brunch too, as long as Al promises not to eat in his normal habits, because really, my mom can be so judgmental about if my friends sometimes, and coworkers, of course. She doesn't distinguish. So
She seemed like a real peach.
she's an amazing person. Has high expectations because she's got such high standards because of her own ethics and abilities, that she holds us all to pretty high standards, and it's just really hard to live up to them sometimes. So
I mean, Justice, I don't want to ruin this for you, but you do know she's a grifter, right? Like, you figured that out by now?
talking about you're
Okay,
so
come
off.
to it on your own. No, I understand how this sort of thing goes. It's like the blind leading the, well, no, it's like the seeing leading the blind, but like the blind are ignorant. It's a whole
People
thing. It's
always
fine.
just assume because we're tieflings that
Oh no, you.
it's
you.
so judgmental. Like,
You are the
that's
straight and
not how
narrow,
it
but
is.
sometimes
This has
the
happened
drow is a
before, too.
murderer, you know? Like, sometimes the drow is a saint, and sometimes the drow is a murderer, right? Like, sometimes a tiefling is a holy, righteous crusader of justice, like yourself, you know? I really appreciate that. And sometimes she's a grifter, like your mother. But again, if you're not there yet, it's fine. We don't have to be there yet. You can get there on your own path, but right now, priorities are make sure Al gets to the coroner by the end of the day, which means him staying in sunlight, meeting with the Baroness, and somewhere way down here, brunch.
You don't even know her. You just don't know.
Oh yes, she's undercover as Uresa Greyhoof and is charging us 300 gold pieces to get a potion that's going to save one of our friends' lives out of the goodness of her heart.
But
anyway,
she didn't.
okay.
Why do you think she gave it to him? Because she's
because
a
he
good
made a
person.
better deal than we could make. Because she's a... you're not going to get there, and that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to get there. I got priorities. Let's go find out. That is an order.
Orders. You should be making orders. All right. Well, if
We
All right.
probably step out into the doorway where they're stepping into the doorway.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
like, you see Al's got a big box, and he's talking about food, so everything's normal.
Al, back. I like actually physically am flying against him, pushing him back into the sunlight out of the doorway.
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay, good.
About to say, if
I
you don't
really
want him to, you can't. He's like,
I wish I would have picked up telekinesis, Steve. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Al, sunlight. We had this conversation. It was 10 minutes ago.
I know, but I just thought.
What is that? Oh, did you get your paycheck?
Yeah, I got 300 gold pieces.
Wow, that's quite a good amount of back pay. Good job on it.
And a lot more.
What are you talking about?
It was, that pay rate was for a lot of money.
Elaborate.
I kind of give Yvonne like this like shrug of like, yeah, he's rich now. I don't know what to say.
All right, Al.
Like, it was
as
like,
your-
what they say, 100 and something thousand gold pieces? I forget exactly, but and then there was like I took out 300. I can't do the math, but I think I have.
we look to Nave, I assume, because assuming that he put a decimal in the wrong place somewhere.
I kind of just nod my head like, yeah, it's.
All right, Al. As your friend, and superior officer, I think it's safe to say that if you survive this, you should retire.
Tired?
Yeah, we'll talk about what retirement is once we resolve all of the nonsense here. But
In a medieval
no.
society, we work until we die. What is retirement?
no. This is you're way past that, friend. You could do a whole lot. But first things first. What's that? Oh, that's their 300 gold pieces. Okay, we don't really
go
need
to like
that.
the best restaurant tonight, and we can have like the best food and drinks, and it's my treat. It's my treat.
Al, wrap it back for a second.
Yeah.
You've got about 5 hours to live. So
Right.
the 100,000 gold pieces, that's amazing, and I'm happy for you. But you can't use it if you're a floating gargoyle head.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Well, I mean, I can just like leave it to all you guys when I die.
And at that point,
Would
Casey,
rather-
you cough and like something up. You're
Yeah.
not exactly sure what it is, but it lands like at your feet
On the
It-
or like on the box.
or on the box, and it's just kind of like it like pulses once.
So Al, as I was saying,
Sick way.
It's on your
He
hands
flies
now.
back- He
It's
flies
just-
back a little bit. We're gonna make sure you're taken care of, and that means no indoor dining for the rest of today. Now tomorrow's a whole new day if you survive this one. So how about we prioritize you living first and foremost?
Okay, well that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good. That's neat. Okay. Oh, I was thinking. Before I become a flying head thing, I don't really want to do that. So maybe you could just like, kill me instead before that happens. Is that?
No, Al, stop. Okay. Deep breaths. You are one with the universe. Everything is going to be fine. You are important. People
Well, Nate
like.
will do it if you don't really want to.
Sorry, okay. Al.
I kind of like pat
You
you. on the
already
back
have
and
a
say, I
deal.
will. I absolutely will.
Dave, didn't you say you already have a thing with the coroner?
Oh, I mean, yes, and we should be fine. But you know,
Well, just,
reassure the boy.
just in case.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, she's probably gonna use magic and stuff, and I don't really know what that's all about. But just in case that magic doesn't work.
Okay. I feel like we've still got backup plans, because didn't you say there was something that the patriarch offered too? If the coroner can't do what they need to do?
The what? Oh, the
So-
yeah. Well, he didn't really say what that was all about.
Well, we shouldn't even have to worry about it. Oh, there goes Grace.
We lose. Oh.
We lost Grace. She'll be back. We shouldn't even have to cross that bridge. We're gonna focus on getting you to the coroner
Okay.
so that she can do whatever juju thing she's gonna do.
We'll wait there then, I guess.
Well, we got an invitation to go meet with the Baroness, so long as she's got an outdoor private meeting area, you can come with us. Otherwise, you're gonna have to sit outside.
That sounds boring.
Yeah, but it beats the hell out of turning into a Varguil head, right?
Yeah, those things suck.
Yeah. So if you can't go in with us, I'll give you a special mission that only you can take care of for us, Al.
Is it guarding the door again?
No.
It's not now.
Not now. It's totally different than guarding the door, and it's specific to you. I've got just the thing, provided you promise me you will stay in
Okay,
the
that's
sunlight. Direct command from your superior officer.
Got it.
Excellent. Okay, so let's go check on the Baroness first.
We're
Right.
not gonna make it to brunch.
Oh, brunch. Jesus Christ. What time of morning is it, Steve?
It's pretty early. It's like just like 2 hours after dawn. It's like 9 o'clock, we'll say.
Okay, perfect. So we've got an hour before brunch. Sure, the whole party can go to brunch, and we can
Okay.
watch Justice's mother play footsie with Knave, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Where is the brunch? Is it at the temple?
You know, she was non-specific about the location of the brunch.
Perfect.
Oh, I hope
We're
it's
gonna go pick her up.
Well, it's 9 o'clock, and she said brunch is at 10, so fine. The party goes to pick up Justice's mother.
All right. So you go back to Miller's Well, and it's actually quite busy right now. Like even like the rain is drizzling, but like there's like a lot of people around doing their shopping and stuff. Casey, you notice there's actually like a surprising number of people who are giving you the side eye this morning.
I just assume because I have a box full of money.
Probably. That's probably what it is. You get to the Grey Hoof establishment, and there's a sign in the window that says "Closed, out on business."
Ah, dang, we missed her.
Mhm.
Maybe she's just saying it's closed so that she is available for brunch. We should definitely still go in.
Oh, it's good, Dot.
You can knock.
We will not.
You knock, and there is no response.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to do loud voice again.
What's loud voice?
Oh, you'll see.
I hit Yvonne just.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my thaumaturgy again, amplify my voice,
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Mom, we're here to pick you up for brunch.
All right.
You coming out?"
So your voice thunders throughout Miller's Well. People like hit the ground, like, "Oh God!" The windows shake, the doors rattle, dogs start howling. Your voice dies away. Everybody stands up and looks at you. Somebody says, "What the hell was that?"
You must have really good soundproofing in there because she didn't hear when we knocked last night either.
I don't know. I was pretty loud.
That was really loud. What the hell? The door does. Nobody comes to the door, but there are a lot of people scowling at you now.
Maybe she's in the shower and she's just gonna be a couple minutes. We'll just wait.
She's probably out on business. Sometimes reading the sign is enough. You know, the sign's sign.
It must have been really important business for her to just ghost us like that, but that happens sometimes. You know, she does get called away on really important things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's exactly what it is. All right. Well, off to brunch, I guess.
Slightly
Aw.
welled with tears eyes, but pretending it's not a big deal at all. I
It's
totally
fine.
understand. This just happens. She's very important. Got important work to do.
Give Justice a comforting pat on the shoulder.
Oh my gosh. All right. So as Justice briefly attempts not to cry because she was once again abandoned by her mother, the party heads back to the temple to get a brunch before the meeting with the Baroness. There's actually quite a few people. It looks like there are several halfling families kind of milling about outside, all dressed in what appears to be like their best clothes, like socializing. You see they're starting to form a queue up to go to the buffet, but it looks like there's like and then you start hearing the church bells, the ring, and out of the temple comes a halfling, like a halfling mother and father with their baby, and the patriarch is like smiling, and he comes out and raises his hands, and everybody cheers. Yay! But yeah, there is a line for the buffet this morning, but it's a quickly moving line. Like it's the patriarch has a team of people working it. So if you want to wait for a plate, you're
I'm
more than
ready in
welcome
line.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the patriarch is out?
Yes.
He's
Okay.
available to be spoken to.
Well, it looks like he's he's talking to a bunch of halfling families. Like he's working, but you could probably approach him.
Yeah, I will approach him politely.
Oh, Master Dave, it's so good to see you. How are you feeling this morning? You look significantly better than I expected you to be honest.
I have taken care of the curse for myself. Unfortunately, not yet for our compatriot.
He's
We
like, yeah.
believe that the coroner will be able to help him tonight.
Truly, that's excellent news.
Yes, but I did want to inform you that if you had a fail-safe option, to still prepare that.
Yes. Well, if it comes to that, please let me know.
We will.
Yes. In the meantime, please avail yourself of the buffet. There's we have some special waffles this morning in celebration of our newest baptism. He points to the family with their baby. He's like, that is their 7th daughter. They keep trying for a son.
Well, congratulations to the family. I will eat in their honor.
He pats you on the shoulder.
Trying for a son implies that there's something not good about having all daughters.
No, it's just that I know a lot of people who have had more children than they originally planned on because they were like have all of one gender, like boys or girls, and they're just like, I've known a lot of couples like that. But I also knew a lady who swore that she knew the secret to procreating the gender she wanted. It was quite an interesting series of steps that she went through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did she tell you in detail?
She did. I was like, I was not prepared for this conversation. It has to do with positioning and diet and date, and there was a chart involved, and I was like, this sounds like superstition to me. But then again, she did get exactly the results she wanted. So,
out of how many kids?
3.
Probability is still like, if you're talking.
Oh, Grace, she's not gonna have 100 children. I can't. The sample size is gonna
be. With an N of 3, I don't know if I believe the right reliability of those results.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying she needs to procreate more for science. Yes.
Actually, please don't. No.
For science, sure. For the Earth, please stop.
And for your body, for heaven's sake.
It's a lot of kids.
Yikes.
A lot of kids. All right. So everybody has brunch with more than enough time to get to the Baroness's estate.
And we don't see
very hungry.
Mother, I assume.
No.
Didn't think so.
No. You see neither horn nor hoof of Uressa Greyhoof.
Yep. Sounds
If
right.
that is indeed her real name.
Which we know it's not.
All right. So is everybody going to the castle?
Yep.
I think so.
All right.
Keep
So
the
you
party
all
together this time. Oh,
Yep.
look at that.
we all head to.
Patent Steve Death Trap.
That's right.
When is the last time I led you into a death trap?
All the time.
It's been months. It's been months.
But because you haven't been DMing.
It has been months.
Tweet is pretty close, though.
Probably pretty close. That's true.
That wasn't a death trap. Okay.
Wasn't it though?
No.
A curse that kills you is a death trap, literally.
I guess it wasn't quite a death trap because it was pretty much unavoidable.
That's
So,
right.
like, a proper
That's right.
trap
A
you have
trap
to walk
is like a
into.
way to not
it was just
spring it.
like a.
But in
Well,
this, it was just
To
death.
be fair,
So there
you guys
go.
could have just not opened the door.
We could have also just not failed our saves.
Also true. So really, that's your fault. If you think about it.
Eventually, we had to come out of that room.
We could have just let Mildred get murdered, but again, that's not really this party.
Also, you're a cleric. You can create food and water like 5 times a day. You would have been fine in that room. Now, Knave and Al would have starved for sure.
Oh, Al would have eaten Knave. We already know that.
I think
I would have eaten the bedpost by 6 a.m.
I gotta
Oh,
get out
had a
of here,
great
man.
marshmallow. Okay, yeah.
It's
So
been days. It's been 25 minutes.
See, I'm imagining
Anyways,
retired
let's
Al
walk
now
into the death trap.
having like just becoming corpulent within like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, he's a real fit Dragonborn warrior right now, but we're going to flash forward, and it's going to be the beginning of the history of the world.
It's gonna be like Orson Welles. He's just gonna be like, oh yeah. I'm gonna chase my wine with some brandy. Gotta get that clotted cream out of my mouth. All right, so to the death trap. So you guys head to.
It's more concerning when you just outright say it.
Well, there's just no pleasing you people. If I deny it, you bitch at me. If I don't deny it, you make fun of me.
That's right.
All right, so fine. We're all going to Snuggleville. How about that? Snuggleville, Castle Snuggleville. It's a really nice place, except for all of the spikes. So Castle Fairweather, it is a castle, but it definitely looks like it's been. So MILLWATER is not like an important place. This looks like the building. Like it was built to probably fight off neighboring baronies at some point when Aaron was more civil war-y.
Yep.
But it's undergone a lot of renovations to make it less warlike and more manorial. There's like you walk into there's these towers. Oh, can't do that. There's these towers here, which are still functioning. Everything looks like it's still functional, but like there's a really nice garden in the courtyard. Looks like a lot of the fortifications they've added like windows and occasionally see like a tile fresco on the walls, and it looks like it's more of a comfort place now than a place of war. You walk up to the manor gates, and the Baroness's manservant sees you, and he sees you approach. He just opens the door and gestures you in. Yvonne, since you are the leader and you have been paying attention, I will say it is darker in that building than you are strictly comfortable with.
Okay.
I go to the door and I stop because I'm following orders.
Excellent.
Al, it looks way nicer in there than it does out here.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, Al. So,
Guard the door.
yeah. I was going to send you off on a solo mission, but I think we need you close at hand for this one.
Okay.
So you listen for Justice's yell. You know what it sounds like.
Yeah, really loud.
Yep, that's the one. Might sound a little fainter, but you know what it sounds like.
All right, so we're splitting the party.
Yep.
I will stay with Al.
So we're splitting the party even worse.
It's okay, Nave. I got this. I mean, it's just a door.
It is just a door, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried about you.
I'm not worried about me either. I'm worried about Justice.
It's a mimic.
Whole thing's a mimic. And Yvonne. I think you should be there in case they need your help.
But how big is this room that we're about to walk into?
We're about to walk.
Castle.
It's a castle, so. It's,
Oh! I'm sorry. I thought we were inside the castle.
No, you're like at the threshold.
Okay. Apologies. All right, I'll go with the party.
Okay.
Stay alert, Al, and in the sun.
Of course. I mean, as much sun as I can.
No, stay in the sun.
No, I mean, it's raining.
Well, stay in the daylight.
Got it. Unless I have to go
Nope.
in and rescue.
Nope. Just stay in the daylight.
How do I rescue you if I can't go in? I'll figure it out.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Okay.
Okay, so 3 of you guys go in.
I hang out with the doorman.
Al, like 15 minutes after they go in, you see a wagon, not wagon, a carriage, a very nice carriage, roll into the courtyard, and the window of the carriage pulls out, and it's Carter Dubois, the half-orc gentleman. And he's like,
the guy that we met.
yeah, the guy who, with the good brandy and the snooker table. He's like, he leans up the window, he's like, oh, just the gentleman I was hoping to see.
Hi, Mr. Dubois.
Like, oh, I've got that paperwork you were looking for. Why don't you come on in? I'll bring you over to the manor, we'll have some sweet tea and get it all sorted.
Oh, I can't. I have to guard here. I've got orders.
Orders from guarding who from what? It's a castle, boy. They've got soldiers for that.
Well, I know, but I've got my orders from my superior, so I can't go anywhere. But we can stop by later. Is that okay?
Or you can put a feather in your cap by showing initiative and getting that paperwork you want so bad.
Yeah, I know, but I was a direct order. And
I've got pulled pork sandwiches at the house.
That sounds so good, sir. But I really can't. We'll do it afterwards. After this meeting, we'll go straight to your place.
My daughter just made fresh squeezed lemonade. You gonna insult my daughter by turning down her lemonade?
I would never like to insult your daughter, sir.
Well, then get in the carriage. Come on now.
It's in my regards at this time, unfortunately, because I have a direct order and I cannot disobey that order.
Lawful party sticks in the mud.
It's like, well, I certainly don't know what to say.
Well, it's just I have to follow the rules, and these are the rules that were set, and I don't want to break that superior officer's orders. You know how it is. You were a military man, right?
Of a sort.
Oh, I just assumed because all of the trophies that you have in your house.
Oh, I can see why you make that assumption. No, those are all from the people Al killed.
Oh, okay.
He flicks his finger and has a long black cigarillo and just...
Oh, I knew a guy like that. Sergeant Jim. He kept, trophies of the prisoners that he was supposed to capture, but he never really captured many of them.
Yeah, I myself never captured many prisoners either.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you come on by the house after you're done guarding this door from the rain, I suppose. And you
orders.
You give my best to your superior officer. Tell him he has a fine man working for him.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. We'll stop by.
And he slaps the roof of the carriage.
Bye, Mr. Dubois.
All right.
That was almost the mission I sent you on, was to go parlay with him, so I'm glad that we didn't do that.
All right. So the rest of you three are led through the manor, up the stairs, down a hallway. The house is very dark. There are windows, but most of the shades are pulled. There is help. All of them, bow or curtsy as you pass. The place it's clean, but it just has kind of a downer feel to it, the whole place. You see there's a lot of rooms that the doors are closed and locked.
That is odd.
And eventually you're led to looks like a salon on the second floor. It has floor-to-ceiling windows, the doors are open to the rain. And sitting in a chair by the window is the Baroness, whom I shall... There she is.
The lovely Baroness.
She's a striking woman.
A vampire?
She's not a vampire. There's too much sunlight going on in this room for her to be a vampire. But you see her, she's like seated in a chair looking out into the rain. She's got a little table set aside for her with some tea and some food. You guys are announced by the Ministry of Compliance Agricultural Tax Extension Committee. Superior Officer Yvonne. And then he gestures. You guys walk in. And the Baroness looks at you. Hello. I understand my uncle said that you wish to speak with me.
Yes, ma'am. If we would have had this meeting yesterday, I suppose we would have had one more with us, but we were assaulted by Vargwheels in the inn yesterday, and kind of an unusual thing to occur in an inn in a backwater town. But I'm curious, did you happen to have a chance to meet with our agent Patrice?
No.
Can I insight check? Is she lying?
Sure. Go ahead.
Normal roll. Oh wow, look at that.
She doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay. Cool. Well, we are here to investigate some discrepancies on the tax records, and we've been working to
My tax
get all of
records?
it wasn't her tax records, right? It was specifically the records for the mill owned by Carter Dubois. Yeah. Nope. If one particular mill owner's tax records, we are in the process of acquiring the information we need to see through this report and discover where this discrepancy lays. But we do have some peripheral tasks that we're trying to accomplish, one of which is we already sent an agent to discover this, and they have gone missing in your town.
You have proof of this?
Yeah, we found their belongings in their room in the inn. They were not there, and they would have checked in. So that's sufficient proof for a followed-up investigation. And any assistance that you could provide in giving us, granting us access to the various establishments would be greatly appreciated.
What establishments would those be?
Well, the records we've already sequestered. Oh shoot, where's the labels for all of these places? Where'd they go? Here we go. We've already requested receipts and bill history records from the big house for the various mills, but it seemed we attempted to stop by on our first day in just to establish a working relationship with you so that it didn't feel like we were coming in to conduct this investigation without your blessing. And so that's really what our intended meeting was, just to establish a working relationship.
Well, I wish you success in your endeavors. If you have anything further you require, please leave a note with my man at the door, and he'll see to it.
Thank you for your time, Baroness.
She gestures, and the guy, the guy who's been leading you through, kind of does a foot stomp and a salute, and then gestures to you guys okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we leave. And if no one else had anything else they wanted to ask the Baroness?
I don't think so. No. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. So
You
as
go
you
reconvene with Al. No.
all right, you guys leave the room, and as you leave the room, you realize that there's two teenagers flanking the door.
Okay.
Are
those the twins?
The twins. So this one and this one. And like they're both like it's like you guys didn't realize they were there when you walked in. You turn around and they're both standing. They're both like one flank at the door, and they're both just like smiling at you guys, like. And they just follow you with their eyes as you guys walk out.
I'll smile back at them.
Yeah, Bob, with your insight check, you got a real creepy vibe from them. Like,
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm giving them the big smile back.
Yeah.
But I'm like also keeping my eyes on them as we're leaving.
All right. Well, if nothing else is happening in the manor, you guys exit, and Al's sitting there, coughing.
Probably the doorman is hell away from me by
Yeah,
now.
he's not anywhere near you. And he's definitely got a halberd, and he's like not thinking about using it. Definitely like,
I'm probably just like picking up stones and tossing them on the ground.
Okay, so we're gonna get Al and I guess is Al telling us about the Carte du Bois?
Oh yeah, you guys are done? Oh cool. How was your meeting?
Pretty uneventful, though. The Baroness's children are unique.
Okay.
We're not that unique because they're twins.
Which is a funny line from you.
You don't believe what happened while I was here. You guys were in there and I was here.
Yes, that is how that happened.
You wouldn't believe what happened.
Oh, okay. Tell us so that we can not believe it.
Mr. Carter Dubois was here in his fancy little wagon carriage, and he wanted me to go with him to get the paperwork that we requested. But I said no because he told me to stay here. Was that okay? Should I have gone with him? Because
Nope, you did exactly the right thing. We'll go there now.
I could have gone there and taken initiative, was what he said, and also
Nope, you did the right thing, Al.
pulled pork sandwiches, which sounds really good.
Yep.
And he's not a military man, even though he has all those trophies in his trophy
It
room.
almost sounds like he was trying to bribe you to go by yourself.
He didn't offer any money though, so that doesn't make any sense.
Well, if he knew enough, he knows you've already got money, but what you don't have are sandwiches.
Oh right, my money. I like pick it up from behind him.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry, Casey just wiped her mouth with, like a napkin, and that was also very in character for Al. Like, hold on.
Yeah, 100%. That's a perfect prop. All right. Well, let's, I guess, take that and go to see Mr. Dubois.
All right. You guys cruise. Takes like 20 minutes to.
Can we get some snacks on the way?
No, we'll get snacks when we're done.
Okay.
You ate like 5 times a normal person's food at brunch. I think you can make it
No,
when you
they
get
were-
there.
They wouldn't let me. They said I had to have everyone normal at home. You know. I mean,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Okay.
Does anybody else need to take a breath and break, or
No.
I could use 5 minutes. If that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Five's fine.
5 minutes?
Okay.
All right.
5 minutes.
All right. Okay.
Kyle's there.
Custer.
Kyle's there.
I'm here.
Oh, cool.
You just can't see me.
Yeah, this is a mistake. I should send you a webcam, bro. Like, you should
Well,
just...
hey, I have a job now, so I will buy one.
Yeah,
soon.
but wait, is the recording going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're always so weird about that. Like, oh, am I being recorded right now, or can I say something super strange and secretive? And then when the recording is off, he says something that's like completely normal and wouldn't be that weird to have recorded.
Most of the time, that's true. Every once in a while, though, he'll say something. It's like, oh, yeah, you had that in your back pocket for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You were just waiting for the camera to turn off.
Yep.
You just save all your weird comments for the camera, though.
That's a Kyle move. This is an inverse move. Inverse Kyle.
The anti-Kyle.
The
Hey,
anti-Kyle.
Kyle hasn't said anything anarchist for several games, so I don't...
Which is, he's playing a lawful
I'm playing
character.
a lawful character.
Thank you.
Doing a very good job.
He is.
Good job,
This
Kyle.
This
Like,
is probably
seriously?
the best role playing I've ever done.
I was going to
It might
say,
be my most
Kyle.
boring character.
Kyle should be getting inspiration every fucking game. Every game. It should be a default. Kyle, gain inspiration. You have not burned anything down or done anything that was utterly chaotic. You are playing this character gangbusters.
Thank you, Bobby. One inspiration for you.
Thank you. I already have it, so you can have it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But it's just a Kyle inspiration.
It's just a Kyle inspiration.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything mechanically in the game. It's just,
Not
you
in
know,
game.
for-
No.
Yeah.
It's like Shroot Bucks.
yeah, shirt bucks.
Yeah.
Kyle inspirations.
All
okay,
right.
where
So
were we? We were
you
at
guys
the manor.
walked to the Dubois Manor. You guys, by the time you get there, you're all soaking wet and muddy and kind of feeling a little miserable.
Yup.
But like the doorman like opens the door and like a green hand lands on his shoulder and like shoves him out of the way. And Carter Dubois, they're like, "Oh, you made it!" And he full on Heisman stiff arms this guy out of the way. "Oh, you made it! Come on in out of the rain. You should have known."
Sorry, Mr. Dubois. On account of our friend Al here being cursed with a terrible gargoyle bite, he has to stay in direct sunlight, or else he's going to die.
I have the perfect solution for this. My wife, Dagatha, beautiful woman, charming as the sun at dawn. She has a greenhouse out back that is both warm and sun-dappled.
Oh, okay.
That would be wonderful.
Wonderful. Why don't you, tell you what, you all, Al, you just, I'll send my boy here, and he reaches down and picks up the dude he just knocked over and like, kind of like chucks him out the door to you. He's like, the boy will lead you around the side, and y'all can come with me. There's a door, you see. I've got some refreshments, and I've got that paperwork y'all was asking about. Come on in.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I follow the footman.
And he starts to walk, and he's like, "Jimmy, you stupid son of a bitch! It's raining out there. Give the guest an umbrella." And he takes the umbrella and he throws it at the guy. Almost knocks him out. He's like, "I'm sorry you had to see that. Good help is so hard to find nowadays. These people can't find their asses from their elbows. Please pardon my Elvish." Now,
That's a good one.
thank you.
Mhm.
So he leads you through. He offers everybody a cigarette if anybody wants a cigarette.
Yeah.
All right, Yvonne takes a cigarette. Anyone?
No. Terrible for your health.
I couldn't agree more with you. Alas, I have acquired a taste for them. My wife hates when I smoke in the house. But it's my house! Justice contemplates murder for the second time today. So he leads you through the house, gesticulating to, "Oh yeah, I got that from here, and oh yes, I had this replaced, and this and that and the other thing." Al's actually there by the time you guys get there because he has to give you his like nouveau riche tour of his estate.
Mm-hmm.
Al's already 2 sandwiches in.
Of course.
1 second. And then also in the garden is a half-orc lady, a young half-orc lady in a very pretty pink dress, looking somewhat uncomfortable. Al, when you got there, she was there. She hasn't said a single word.
Mhm.
She just like sees you and she's like, she looks very uncomfortable.
Okay. Alright. You should try these sandwiches, ma'am. These are really good.
I don't mean to be impolite, but I think that something just fell out of your nose.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's this terrible curse that I have. Sorry about that.
It's okay. And she kind
It's not
scoots her
contagious.
chair.
They said it's not contagious.
That's
Anyway,
good. I'm
glad we got a plan to fix that up tonight.
well, I
you
hope it
know,
goes well.
Magic and stuff. I don't really understand it. Do you know magic? Like, you know that stuff?
I do not know any magic.
Yeah, me neither. I don't really understand it, but apparently it's gonna help and get me all better, and I'm looking forward to that.
That's great.
Are you Mr. Dubois' daughter? Is that
Mm-hmm. My name's Ava.
Eva? Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. I'm Al. You can call me Al. My real name is Al Louis, just David. I can't even say it.
David Dander.
David Dander. Anyways, yeah, everyone just calls me Al.
It's a very nice name.
I would shake hands, but I don't want to gross you out.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, that's about that time is when Mr. Dubois comes in with his guests. And it's a little loud in here because this rain is landing on the glass of the
glass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a little loud, but he's right, it is warm, it's kind of nice. And because of the heat of the greenhouse, like it's actually privacy like from the outside world. It's just kind of like a nice like gray box. It's nice.
Mhm.
And he has chairs. There's chairs for everybody and a table full of refreshments, various bottles of alcohol and fresh juice. And as promised, there's a jug of lemonade, which seems to be mostly empty.
Oopsies.
Who can say? It's like, yeah, have a seat. Grab some refreshment. Is there anything else you require? My house is your house.
Oh, it's very nice. Thank you. Everything's delicious, Mr. Dubois.
Have you all met my daughter Ava? Ava, say hello to the fine folks from the Ministry of Compliance. Tax folk, very important. And she stands up and bows a little bit. He's like, Ava is the spitting image of her mother at her age. Ava's mother could rip a bull in half. I saw it myself. It's the moment I fell in love with her.
Wow, that's
I
fantastic.
think I will lean over to Ava and be like, "Do you need help? If you need help, just like do one of these."
She's like, I'm sorry, who are you?
Just let us know if something's wrong. You
Oh.
can tell us.
Okay, I will. Strange lady. It's like, yeah, so Ava is the inheritor of a very special bloodline, and I don't mean that in a weird sort of phrenological way. I mean that I myself happen to be a bit of a dabbler in the arcane arts, and I'm hoping that one day my dear Ava will show the same sort of spark that I once did when I was about her age. But time will tell, and blood will tell. Anyway, I'm boring y'all with my personal issues. But what you're all interested in is numbers, cold hard numbers. So, allow me to go get the paperwork for you.
That'll be wonderful, right, girl?
1 second. Mr. Abercrombie, would you like to accompany me?
I mean, I look to I forget your character. Yvonne's. I look to Yvonne.
Wouldn't he have to go inside for that?
Well, the paperwork is inside, yes.
He'll have to stay here. He needs to stay in the direct sunlight.
Oh, okay.
And you see, like, Dubois kind of like, you see a flash of like red hot anger, like just a flash of it. It's gone like that. But like for 1 second, you see the nouveau riche veneer strip away, and you see the mass murdering adventurer psychopath that he once was bubble to the surface just for a second, and then it's back. Well, of course, whatever's best for the health of my guests.
Keep on pales just a fraction.
Yeah.
Just a fraction.
Just fractions. It's like, well, I'll go get the paperwork and y'all enjoy your drink. Ava, attend to our guests, please. In my absence. And he saunters off.
It's just us and
He,
Ava then?
and he opens the door and Dagatha's standing there. He's like, Jesus Christ, woman, you scared the daylights out of me. Lurking in the door. I mean, hello, my lovely wife. We have our guests have returned. And she kind of like looks you guys over and she gives the same like disappointed Asian mom look that she gave you the first day. She like kind of like gives you that cold, icy glare and turns around and storms back into the depths of the house. And he turns around, he's like,
What a lovely woman.
isn't she just? If you'll excuse me. And you hear him close the door, and from behind the door you hear, God damn it, woman, you're scaring the guests.
I'm keeping a tab now. I've got like a little sheet of paper, and it just at the top of it reads number of times Carter Dubois has tried to get Al alone, and I've got 2. Put it back down.
I'm tracking it too. I'm getting this figured out. This guy's got issues. I figured it out too. Made that comment, remember? I said it. You didn't say it first.
I'm just going to. Well, I'm going to be standing up now. I'm not sitting at a table, and I'm going to move my hand closer to the sword, the sword on my hilt.
Ava we were just talking about magic, but me and Ava both said we don't really know much about magic. Wasn't that right, Ava?
Oh, yeah. Papa's a sorcerer. Back in his adventuring days, and he's always hoped that one day I would also show the gift, but I don't know. I've never had much luck with it.
Is it something you want for yourself?
I mean, I feel it would be nice. It's a nice thing to have, but
That's true.
I mean,
but I don't know.
Well, they have schools. You could go learn. Andon has got.
No, that's not the kind of thing that this is.
Papa says that schools are for nerds, is what he said.
Yeah, that's true.
Look.
Yeah, I wasn't very good in school. I became a guard. Now look at me. Well, I mean, don't look at me now.
Ava, you can do whatever you want, and school, whatever your dad's biases are, don't let that stop you. School is really great, and I bet you would be great at it. It just takes a lot of hard work. Worth it, though.
But all the
School's super cool.
But all the schools are in Andon, and it's so far away. I feel I don't know. But maybe one day, if somebody was willing to go with me, maybe then I'd go see the sights. She gets like a far-off, dreamy look.
Is there someone you'd want to go with?
What? No.
Oh.
Who told you? What are you talking about? Stop talking. And you see that flash of red-hot anger that Carter Dubois had? It like bubbles up a little bit in Ava's eyes. Like you can tell she's not as practiced at it as her old man was, but it's there. It's lurking. About that time, the doors burst open, and Carter Dubois is there with a stack of papers and like barely held in by a leather portfolio. It's like you're all tax people. You could have just binder clipped that shit and it would have been fine. But he had to be fancy, so he found a leather thing to stuff it into. And he's like, "Oh yeah, here's the paperwork y'all been looking for. I had my people whip it together. They were working all night, burning that midnight oil, as it were. Here you go." And he just tosses it at Nave, throws it.
Oh, thank you, sir. That was very considerate of you.
Just about that time, the rain starts to let up. It very gently, the pattering stops, and then birdsong very gently wafts in from outside. Oh, it stopped raining! My goodness, thank the Lord. The one thing I hate about this town is the constant rain. Ava, why don't you show our guests around the premises a little bit? Show them your herb garden and such. Show them that you can show them the dummy range. You can show them the small house. Just show them around. Give them a little bit of a look-see.
Oh yeah, I'm really interested in the dummy range.
And Ava's like, okay, Papa. Would you guys like to have a tour?
Yeah, that sounds great.
We can take time for a tour. Thanks for the kind offer.
All right. He's like, and we've got boots on the back porch. It gets a little bit muddy. Of course, some of us don't need boots. Those are some fine wings, my man. Very fine.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I did not. It was not my intention to disparage your lovely demonic wings, which personally I find quite attractive. That is the correct response. yeah. It's the camera would just scoot over 5 degrees, and Daggett is just steady behind him. He's, God damn it, woman! How do you manage to do that? I was just complimenting. If y'all will excuse me a moment, why don't you have a walk around? If you have any other need for any more paperwork, you feel free to contact me straight away.
Thank you, Mr. Dubois.
Alright, so you guys start heading out, and Al, just before you step out, a green hand lands on your shoulder. Maybe a little bit tighter than is strictly necessary. He's like, I was wondering if I might have a private word with you. It's a personal matter, you understand. This is not related to any of this unsightly business.
I think probably all three of us have turned around immediately. They're on the inside of the door, we're on the outside of the door, all turned facing him.
Yeah, okay.
That's wonderful. And he closes the door. He was like, are you guys coming?
We're missing one of our number.
Oh, Papa just probably wants to talk business.
You picked the wrong person to talk business with. And that is not our business managing type.
Well, that might be the reason he wants to talk to him.
Does he often do this, isolating the, lower perception person?
Oh, Papa's got his ways.
Justice, would you do the thing?
The thing.
Yeah. Call him out.
You know what?
It's a glass house.
That seems appropriate.
Justice is like, I hate this guy anyway, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, there's some weighing. It's like, well, but we're on his property, and he hasn't technically done anything wrong with regards to isolating Al yet. He could just, but also, considering who this guy is, this maybe is the most ethical approach, and so let's just do it. So
Thinking about 6 seconds into their conversation.
What am I supposed to say? What is the most appropriate thing to interrupt this conversation without being too rude?
Al, your superior officer demands you come outside immediately.
All right, that's exactly what I say.
Perfect.
Very loud.
Okay.
Shake the greenhouse.
Okay, so Al, Carter Dubois, like, he sits you down in a chair, and he pours you a tall drink of something. You're not a. And he's like, now, a little bird has led me to understand that you have come into, and then, boom, and then it's like you're watching Tenet. You know, it's just like boom. And you're like,
I'm sorry, sir. I'll be right back, sir.
he's like, what in tarnation? like several of the windows in the greenhouse like crack.
I rush outside.
All right.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Ava's like, what was that?
Oh, it's a little trick our friend Justice here can do. Come on, Al, you're missing the tour.
Very useful for important moments.
But something you needed me here for?
Yeah.
It's really
sure.
important that we not be separated.
We gotta stick together. We're a unit, a squad, if you will.
Oh,
You
right.
should understand that from the
Training.
introductory training videos. Remember, it suggests that you never be separated from one another and you always be within earshot of the commanding officer. And remember, so just stay close.
Okay.
Don't wander off.
I
don't
I
get
must have forgot
separated.
that one. I'm sorry.
All right. So you guys, Ava's like,
Kind of like we walk. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Wall. I'm sorry. Orders is orders.
it's no problem. Stop by at your convenience. Tired of this
Okay.
bullshit.
I look at Knave, and then I look at Justice, and then I look at Al.
Huh?
He's about to get grifted. Hard.
Al, I
Huh?
believe it would be a conflict of interest for you to accept a business deal with a man whose current tax
dealings.
situation is in flux.
And under investigation by our office. That's a dual role relationship. It is strictly
And-
prohibited.
Someone who straight up mistreats everybody who works for him, clearly, with the way he treats his staff. So, just a
let's,
bad,
you know,
all-around bad guy.
Well, Ava, I mean, not to disparage your father.
Yeah,
of
she's
course,
just
I'm sure
standing
he
here
has-
like,
Not to disparage your father. I'm sure he's a wonderful man. He seems to be doing an excellent job here as a business person. And also,
Seriously, we
it
can
would
help
be
you
a
get out of
dual-
here.
It would be a dual role relationship, and it's strictly prohibited by our ATEC guidelines.
That sounds bad.
Yeah,
I don't want to get in
it's-
trouble.
It's one step above Vargwilkers. Vargwilkers ATEC guidelines. So it's good to take
Debatable.
it seriously. But for now, let's enjoy this wonderful tour. Thank you so much for being willing to give it to us, Ava.
and she's just like staring at you guys like, she just had this full on like argument disparaging her dad. She's like, do you guys actually want the tour?
Oh yeah, the tour would be lovely.
Yes, please.
Do you have anything else to say about my dad or my stepmom?
No, he's great. I really, really like him. He's really nice. And your
Stepmom, huh?
stepmom is
What
really nice.
happened to your mom?
Oh,
Oh.
she died a long time ago.
Oh,
Sorry
I'm
to
sorry.
hear that.
It's okay. I barely knew her, so my dad says I look just like her. Sometimes he gets really sad.
Hmm.
He has a big picture of her in his study.
Well, that's
Sometimes-
nice.
Sometimes he just stares at it.
Oh.
Aw.
Anyway, who wants a tour?
I do.
Yeah, we do.
Mr. Bois, I know you said that you were interested in maybe going to Andanin, and I just wanted to let you know that if you needed a place to stay, but my mom has a place there, and she could let you stay there.
I don't want to go to Andanin. I don't want to go. It's fine. It's fine.
you say about why did
No,
you
I
go
didn't
with-
say that. She said that. She said that she wanted me to go, and I said I didn't want to go. So it's not a big deal. I don't need to go.
You could bring like a friend.
No, I wouldn't
or
bring a friend.
two,
I wouldn't bring a friend. Even if I was gonna go, I was going by myself. I wouldn't gonna bring a
Or
friend.
Or like your stepmom could go with you.
Oh God, no.
Or your dad.
No. No, it's fine. My dad. It's fine. I don't want to go. I want to go. I don't want to
could go with you.
I don't. Al. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Al. Let's do the tour, okay?
Yeah, and then we'll talk about.
And then we
going-
will never talk about this again.
I mean, are you sure? Because that is pretty cool. I mean, this place is great too and all, but.
Okay, you know what? I'm feeling a
I
little
do
sick
the
right now. I've got a
the shoulder grab on Al with the little hand squeeze again.
Did I do it again?
Too much.
A little too much, Al. A little too much. All right, we can do the tour now. Al will keep it in his pants.
Hmm.
You know, I'm starting. I feel a
You
little.
just made this really weird.
I feel a little
You need to.
thing. So I'm gonna
It's
go.
not contagious. I told you.
I'm so sorry for my coworkers.
No, it's
I think
fine.
It would be appropriate if we left you in peace now.
Yeah, that seems like a good call. Let's do it.
We can do the tour on our own. It's
No,
all
No,
let's
no, no.
do the
Why
tour a
don't
different
you
day.
all just leave, and I'll tell Papa that you were fine, and everything's fine. Please go. Thank you.
Sounds good. We won't mention Andanin to him.
Bye, Ava. It was nice
Bye.
meeting you.
It was nice to meet you too.
I think she really liked us.
Yeah, I'm sure, Al. I think that's right.
It was a disaster.
But it
I
was a
feel like we
delightful
should send an
disaster.
apology.
Oh,
Like,
did we do something
maybe
wrong? Oh, because you broke
A
the
scholarship. We could send her. We could create a scholarship.
I mean, I don't feel too bad. She'll be fine. Her dad's trying to grift Al here out of like a small kingdom's worth of gold, so let's head back to town.
And I don't like that man.
Yeah, he's not the most likable.
Mr. Dubois, he seems really nice.
Yeah, you've got a heart of gold though, Al.
Bad read of character.
Let's not go through the town over there. We'll go over this way.
All right.
What's going over there?
Yeah, the long way. The short way you have to go through whatever that place is called.
Going to the watchtower? Oh, we're just going around.
No, we're just going around.
Okay, that's actually, we're running up on 11 o'clock for our East Coast folk, so that's actually a pretty good place to wrap it. Congratulations, by the way, on sidestepping yet another encounter.
Oh, did we?
Oh yeah, 100% did.
Really?
I set something up for tonight, like, I've got a thing that'll happen if these things happen, and it's looking likely, and then Kyle's like, I'm trading my werewolf blood for a bottle of stuff. I'm like, fucking, yeah, that would definitely work. So,
I did a good thing.
You did a good thing.
Yes.
So
So,
sidestep an encounter, Kyle.
oh my gosh, that's fine. Everything's fine.
That's very funny.
Okie doke. Why is that? All right, so, oh my god, every single time with this thing.
Oh, did unwanted attention fill up?
Did.
Nice. It's gonna be the twins, because of everyone we've met so far, they are the people whose attention I want the least.
That's not true for Justice.
No, we know who Justice's is. I think right now it's the twins, Sheriff Bones, and maybe... No, that's pretty much those my top two. Oh. A double unexpected lead. Of course it is. Well, I guess that other clock's gone, Steve.
I'll figure this out later. This clock,
I'm gonna
this
put
clock
my
solution is
inspiration into unexpected lead.
okay.
I think you just double click on the token, Steve.
That opens up to a character sheet.
Oh.
But it's not supposed to. It's that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
it's just part of it is that this is like an old thing that people.
Is that Lancer's Clocks one, or do you have a different one?
I don't remember which one I've got.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll figure it out later. What I know is that the clock's unexpected lead should be filled at, or unwanted attention should be filled
Should
at
be filled at
4.
4, and unexpected lead should be at 4 of 6.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Unless other people have an inspiration they're planning on pumping into it.
I don't think I have.
Unexpected lead is 4 of 6?
Yeah.
There, made a note.
Cool. Also, has anyone here seen Miracle Workers?
I've seen the first episode.
First season. Well, technically I've seen it all, but I kind of felt the seasons 2 and 3 are kind of eh.
Okay.
Season 1 is pretty funny,
Okay.
but the show is kind of like it's an anthology series. So like the first season is angels in heaven trying to save Earth, and then they take all the same actors and they play different characters, and the second season is like they're in the medieval town, and the third season is they're on the Oregon Trail.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Any questions or comments for the game?
No, thanks for running, Steve.
Good. Thank you.
Those were some very entertaining moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I know this game is like super slow, and I apologize for that. It's
Slow games are good. They help off balance when it's just like a combat or whatever.
But yeah, this is like a slower, much slower paced game. It's got like 40 NPCs in it. It's more procedural. I'm trying to figure out ways to add more action to it. And but as you guys are so good at doing, you often tend to sidestep those action-packed moments. I'm like, damn it, I need to force it. But then if I force it, it feels weird. So
you need to plan out when lawful choices will lead to devastation.
But if I do that,
so
you guys are
everyone,
just gonna
remember next time when we're presented with a lawful choice, even if we're all lawful characters, we need to find a rationale to do the other thing.
Right.
Opposite.
Got it.
I honestly didn't think that me finding my own cure would be what would prevent an encounter.
I thought for sure we were gonna get trapped in the castle.
I was a little worried about that. That's
it would have been.
Al is
I
not
guess,
allowed inside, and stop was definitely part of that.
The castle seemed like it might be a big moment, and then it was like, nope, not a big moment. It's gonna come back later, though.
I'm sure it is.
Like, here, wait in this room. Lock the door. You're all dead.
No, I had no reason to do that. Okay, I just had to... There we go. I fixed it.
Huzzah!
It was
Victory.
sometimes these NPC things get weird. One of my NPCs for the Ministry of Compliance turned into a 4 clock, and I have no idea why.
Weird.
That's okay. Doesn't matter. All right. Well,